Darkcast Network. Out of the shadows comes the best of indie podcasts.
Welcome to the J Squared Horror Podcast, where two lifelong horror fans talk all things horror. Pour yourself your favorite drink and hang out. Here are your hosts, Josh and Jake.
Hey guys, welcome to the J Squared Horror Podcast. I'm Josh.
And I'm Jake.
And on today's exciting episode, what are we going to be discussing, Jake?
We are discussing 1988's They Live, directed by John Carpenter.
With a special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for Hootie from the Horror Bull Film School.
What's going on, fellas? Happy to be here.
Yes, we're stoked to have you on, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on the podcast live. This is, for a lot of people, this is uncomfortable and scary. You're like, fuck yeah, dude, let's do it.
Why not? We're not nice guys.
So we are excited to get into that. But before we get into that, Jake, let all the fans know where they can find us.
As always, like and subscribe on YouTube.
Pretty, please.
Also find us on Spotify,
We're on there.
as well as Apple,
Always.
and always Instagram. J Square Horror Podcast, link tree in the bio. New episodes every Thursday.
Every Thursday, two lifelong horror fans decide to get together and talk all things horror, sometimes with guests, sometimes about fan requests. So if you want to be a part of the J Squared Horror Podcast, please go to www.jsquaredhorrorpodcast.com. You can find all of our clickable buttons to be on the episode in person, like you see here, through StreamYard, as you've seen with our authors, or if you just want to request an episode, you can do it through that. What I'd also like to mention real quickly is we are part of the Darkcast Network. They are an independent podcasting network about strange, paranormal, true crime, and now horror podcasts. So if you need a fill for your week, please check out the paranormal or the Darkcast Network and check them out. Now, also, you can check out Horror Bull Film School. So please, Hootie, let them know where they can find you.
Sure. You can find us at horrorbullfilmschool.com. That's where you're going to find all of our links to Amazon, Spotify, Apple Podcast.
There we go.
Also, we got the merch store, which is we just got hats in the merch store. It's a big deal for us.
That's huge.
And then we just hit 1,000 followers on Instagram.
Congratulations. Let's give them a round of applause for that, everyone. Yeah.
And we are new to TikTok. So
Oh, we tried TikTok for a little bit.
we are new to
It's
TikTok.
tricky. It's tricky. So They Live. How's everybody feeling about it?
Good.
I really like this movie.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling good. It's John Carpenter. It's like it's teetering on horror, correct? Would everybody agree with that? It's teetering on horror?
I would not agree on that.
Okay.
I would have to agree that it's teetering on horror.
Yeah. You feel like it's fully horror, Jake?
No, I don't at all.
Oh, you don't even feel like it's at all
No.
close.
I feel like it's more like sci-fi to me.
Yes, I mean, I guess that's why it would be teetering on horror, is because it does have some type of like monsters, if you will.
Nah. Only reason why I don't think they're monsters per se, so it's different from like Aliens, like the movie Alien,
Yeah.
where they're, they interact and you can tell their whole thing is to kill humans pretty much when they interact with each other. In this movie, it's just about control and that's it.
Yeah.
That's why I don't get like a horror aspect from it. It's more like a sci-fi or like a psychological type thing.
But you can only see the monster through the glasses. So if you don't have the glasses, then you're kind of screwed.
True.
Mm.
But also, what'd you move for?
Because I'm the pot star.
Starting drama over here.
That's my number one rule.
Well, I guess even with that, if you have the glasses and you knew the reason why they're there, once they find out later on in the movie, obviously, for me, it wouldn't be something where I'd be afraid of them, I guess. Just me, I wouldn't be.
Yeah. I mean,
Because if I can prosper, just interact with you, I'm in.
so you're choosing that. You're gonna team with them.
Yeah,
Aliens.
I'm due at the end, 100%.
Oh, I see. But the dude at the end, yeah.
I'm all about it.
Of course, Jake is.
What's wrong, baby?
Now you guys are both I feel like you guys probably watched this a lot earlier on in life than I did. So when was the first time you watched this?
I probably watched this 99, 2000.
Okay.
My local video store had all the WrestleManias on VHS.
Okay.
That's how I found Roddy Piper. And then my brother told me that he was in a horror film. And that took me to They Live, and I fell in love.
That makes sense. I mean, it's that's a cool process of how you got there. Jake, what about you? When's the first time you watched it?
Probably in high school. So
Yeah,
maybe 03, 04 or something.
Yeah. So wrestling to horror, gotta watch it. That makes sense. Do you guys feel like this was more of a fun project for John Carpenter, or do you feel like this is something that he's like, I'm super fucking proud of?
Could be both.
I mean, yeah, that's why I'm asking.
I'd say both.
Okay.
He still talks highly of this film today and talks about how it was commenting on Reaganomics
Yeah.
and how that still holds true today with consumerism.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew it. Apparently he still loves it.
That's huge. Because this definitely it does the thing in like how like zombie movies and stuff take the time and then make it apparent and scary at the same time. Jake doesn't agree that it's scary because there's no death involved, which is a valid point. I mean, I didn't even think about that heading into this episode.
Well, yeah, not even just the death aspect. Because honestly, unless you were like fucking with them, they're not trying to kill you.
Very true. They're just trying to control and
Yeah.
take all your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just conform, submit, obey.
Obey, yeah. It's funny because I was thinking earlier at work, I was like, I wish I could turn this sign into just like and subscribe, but in like white and black. So like that's what
That'd be cool.
that's what everybody could see because we got the sunglasses on for this. So it's like it would be like the true view of why we have this sign behind us. That's a huge play in this movie.
Well, it doesn't work apparently. But
Yeah. Clearly, we should have given in to the aliens. Then we would be huge. I feel like there's not a lot. How do I say this without seeming too much of an asshole? You kind of get the gist of it once he gets the glasses, but there's a lot of wasted time in this movie. That fight scene between him and his friend that lasts for every bit of what feels like an hour and a half, but it's probably like 10 minutes of screen time. Why? What? Why?
why?
Yeah.
You can't have a pro wrestler in a movie and have a fight scene.
Like, I mean, you can.
Why would you?
I mean, I don't know, but I just feel like it was just so much.
I have to say, this might be, in my opinion, one of the best fight scenes in cinema.
It is.
You know, when I thought this thought, this is the topic, Josh. This is it. This is
There's
the
a
one.
list of
This is the
top 100 fight scenes
Okay.
in a movie.
Yeah.
Not horror, movies in general.
In general, across the board.
This scene is on that list.
Boom.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not. Hey, look, the whole point.
I'm just setting you straight so you know.
Hey, I'm not saying it wasn't a good fight scene. I just think it went on for entirely too fucking long.
Just 5 minutes.
Is that all it was?
5 minutes, like 26 seconds.
How'd you know that?
Wow.
I just know things.
Yes, it was a great fight sequence. It was done very well. Because what's crazy is there's a lot throughout this movie that I picked up on where it's like the choreography just wasn't good enough, especially when they're like beating up on cops and shit, or like the cops are beating up on people. You can see that they're not landing shit at all. And I'm just watching, and then they have this whole fight sequence between them two that looks so fucking good. And just in my head, I'm like, there's just pros and cons of early movies, I guess.
I think it works so well because it comes across as a real fight scene. Like if we were to get in a fight, it would look like that.
Yeah.
And not something out of a Sylvester Stallone film.
That's a very good point.
It's a realistic interpretation of a street fight.
Yeah. No, it is. It does that. I just didn't understand. Like, it's still like, I don't understand why they were so mad at each other. Like, the premise behind the fight should not have equaled a fight of that magnitude. It's just like, I want you to try these sunglasses. No, you're crazy.
Yeah, okay. I'll tell you why right now. I'm glad you brought that up. So a person you barely know,
Yeah.
that you have heard has killed people,
Multiple, yeah.
has again reappeared at this job,
Yeah.
wants to talk to you. You tell him to leave, he won't leave.
Yeah.
You see him in the street, you toss him the money. He says, hey, wait here. Like, I'm not waiting for you.
Yeah.
We're done here.
Yeah.
He's getting aggressive, trying on some fucking sunglasses. You're going to fight.
Yeah, you're gonna fight, but
That's why.
this seemed like years and years and years of pent up. Just
So,
they knew each other for 25 years, met in Nam, and this just is how it ended.
I mean, it did kind of go down that road, but the initial reason for the fight makes sense to me.
No, like a normal fight, yeah, but like this epic of a fight, like you said, it's the top 100 fights of all times and all of cinema. I just feel like it was wasted on such a weak plot line. That's the point I was trying to make.
I don't care about the lead up. I just want the fight itself. I don't care how the fuck we got here.
One of those
We're here
instances
now.
where we have the action. Let's just enjoy it for what it is.
Exactly.
I can't remember if it was Piper or Keith David who talked about this fight scene, and they said that some of those hits landed.
Oh, it had to. That's what I'm happy you said that, because literally you're watching. Like I said, you watch this entire movie. If you go back to like when the cops like take out their little tent town and they're beating the priest and the guy in the alley or like in that little cutaway, they're missing like on camera all the blows. But then you watch that fight between them two and you're like, okay, I think some of these must have landed because this is way too close. Like I feel like they were actually that tired. That wasn't acting. Both of those guys are just like, we still got to keep doing this shit. It's just like, I feel like that was like acting stopped after the like second minute of the fight. And those guys were just going at it. And they're just like, don't cut. This is too good. Because they look so beat down and exhausted.
I love it.
I mean, it's good. It was long for me. I mean, I guess, now that I'm talking to you guys, I could go back and enjoy it.
And there's that one twist where Piper or Nada knocks out the car window and it's like, oh, whoa, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like, he's like, clearly I went too far with this. Picks up the 2x4, swings it, and he's like, I don't know what I was planning to do with this, but this wasn't it. My bad, dude. One of the cool parts, though, is like like when he kidnaps, if you will, the lady, takes her around, makes her take him around town. Gets to her house and she's playing this victim so well, and like he just wants to go look out the window and immediately just bashes him in the back of the head. He falls 18 stories out of a house onto a hill. I was like, this movie knows its place and it's doing it so fucking well. Like that whole lead up was great.
You got an intruder in your home.
No, yeah,
You got to get him out.
Yeah, I'm not saying I disagree with it. It was just like how quickly she was able to go from like I have no plan to just.
So I didn't understand her character.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's confusing as fuck.
Her character is very confusing.
Because leading up to that moment, you think she's just like a random woman. Then she's on the phone with somebody. You feel like you're part of it then.
Yeah.
Then you meet later. You still can't tell. Then the end, she's clearly part of it.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe...
She's the reason that they all showed up. All the cops showed up.
Was she?
She had to have been the leak.
I guess she would have been.
Wait, you guys are just now making that connection? Because while I'm watching that scene, I was like, none of these people would have snitched. They're all in it. And then when you get later on where she's just kind of there, then not really a part, I'm like, that bitch told them where this meeting was. Because she somehow find out through the sunglass people. She's the reason that they all got killed. It's all her. She had a bigger role in this movie than we all anticipated.
Really?
Yeah. That's at least my opinion.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
I didn't get that, but it could be.
I mean, the cops came in with a proper street sweep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doubled up.
Yeah, they were ready.
Although that actress's eyes... Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never cared for Meg Foster. It's just...
So, here's the thing. So, she looks blind to me.
Yeah.
And I know who she is. I'm thinking, damn, that's such a certain look.
Yeah.
I remember I saw her in an episode of Murder, She Wrote one time. I'm thinking, damn, that lady's eyes are amazing. Needs to mix her with her hair color, a little slight tan going. I get it. All right, carry on.
No, yeah, have this moment. Enjoy this moment of Meg Foster. Is that
Yeah.
Meg Foster's eyes. What color are they?
She looks terrible now. Like she's older. No offense to Meg Foster or anything, but, also the age. And
It looks natural.
plus, she's probably a smoker, too, which is cool,
Hey, well, no
Do your
judgment
thing.
there.
Yeah.
No judgment there on the smoking part.
But yeah, her character, it just, I don't want to say it made no sense to me, but it made no sense to me. It's almost like, so they tried to take a character that was a character in like the short story,
Yeah.
and trying to like change him into something else, and it just didn't make sense to me. Like, I feel like her role could have been more so the guy at the end, who you think's a part of it, he's not a part of it, and he is a part of it. So if you had him from the beginning, then meeting him in the little tent town, and knowing at that point he's definitely a part of it, but you don't know.
You're talking about Buck Flower.
Yeah. I feel like if you use him as that character, it makes more sense. No?
I mean,
All right.
I guess. I don't think I thought that deeply.
Well, because you trust him from the jump. That's why.
Yeah. No, yeah, that
One
probably
reason
does
why.
make sense. Yeah.
There's no reason to trust her. That's why Frank gets killed, from trusting her. You shouldn't have.
What?
The Frank death scene. Can we just show it?
Yeah, yeah. I hate that off-screen shit. I think most people know that about
Yeah.
us.
He deserved more better than that. Come on.
Yeah,
man. Come on,
especially
guys.
with a 20-minute fight scene, you can at least show a 1-second kill scene. Jesus Christ, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Also, Frank's smarter than that. I don't know why he went for that.
I think it was just the show of female empowerment at that time.
You worked with Nada, and you doubted him for the entire time until you had to put the glasses on. You don't even know her.
Nada just wanted to get laid. And that drove him to be able to trust her fully. I feel like that's all they were going for with that.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
It's just like, yeah, we get it. She's hot. He's hot. Boom. This makes sense. This is gonna make sense. All right. He wants to bang her. This is it.
And Frank just,
Stick fucking to
Frank
it.
just wants to live.
Frank, I feel like, yeah,
Not gonna happen.
no, he didn't get back to his wife and kids. It's sad. How would you? Well, we know Jake. I guess let me ask you now. What do you think? Where do you think you would lie in the They Live world? Would you be anti? Wear your sunglasses, try to fight them all, or would you be like, fuck it, I'm gonna conform?
I mean, I hate to say it. I'm kind of a guy that goes with the flow. I'd probably conform. You know, I would
Well-
be the drifter, talking like how great it is. We got all this money.
Yeah.
They own my soul, but I got all this money.
Yeah, money. Obviously, one of the whole points in this movie, money is the root of all craziness.
I'm wearing tuxes now.
Yeah,
I'm not living fucking outside.
yeah.
I'm all about it.
They also don't tell you what happens in the end. Like
No.
what happened to the
Yeah.
drifter who turned.
That is true.
So
But I'll take my chances. Because what they do show is him being successful
Yeah,
and not being a drifter anymore.
very true. Very true.
If I quit my job right now
Yeah.
and just live that life, all you gotta do is just what? Conform?
Yeah.
Maybe persuade some people?
Yeah, convince people to
You
come.
got it. I'm a salesman. Done.
Yeah, easy money.
and apparently once you conform, you get access to the entire headquarters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
You can just-
immediately.
Hey guys, you know who I am. Let me through.
They were like,
Boom.
what?
Who? What? All right.
We don't know you that well.
Jesus Christ. You guys are both just.
So what would you do? You're trying to fight?
Nah, I'm fucking conforming, dude.
I said good. Because
Yeah.
those who fight do not win.
No, this movie tells you that. There's one thing you get at the end of this movie. It's it ain't gonna work out for you, which I like. But is there what do you think What do you think is the reason that this movie has lasted so long? Do you feel like you watched it recently? You watch it a lot after what we've talked about, and Jake, you've only watched it a few times. But do you feel like it is that? There's not much fucking dialogue. There's not much crazy. You know what it is pretty much 1/3 into the end. Like there's not a lot of plot twists. They tried with the lady. Like what do you think draws so many people back to this movie so much?
I think it's a social commentary.
Yeah.
That still holds true today in 2024.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like you're talking about an 80s film where Schwarzenegger and Stallone and Carl Weathers were all the rage, just ripped up, sweaty dudes. And in this film, Piper gives you that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
No, he does. Jake?
I agree.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
That's pretty
I
straightforward.
agree 100%.
Because
that same stuff does apply today.
this is coming out in the peak of like Predator and stuff like that, right? Like all that rage of buff, crazy, sweaty dudes. I don't know. I mean, if you would have if I would have went into this not knowing John Carpenter made it, and then you told me after, I'd say you're fucking crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It doesn't like match his normal forte.
To me, it looks like a Carpenter movie. To me, at least. It
Go ahead.
looks just like one.
Yeah. What are you gonna say?
I'm not the biggest John Carpenter fan.
What?
I'm sorry.
What?
Really?
I love Halloween. I love The Thing. I love They Live. And then it's like flatline for me.
You don't like Fog?
No.
Christine?
No.
Okay.
Fog is so good. Okay, well that makes sense.
Vampires?
Oh, Vampires is great. I
There
forgot
you
about
go.
Vampires.
Ah,
Yeah.
I knew Jake would find another one. 'Cause I was gonna take a sip of beer, hoping he would say something else.
Well, I feel like I find myself on our podcast defending Wes Craven. Wes Craven is my guy.
Okay.
Wes Craven's good.
It is good, yeah.
Yeah, Wes Craven's good.
I've kind of like picked a side.
No, yeah, that makes sense. Because I mean, I don't think I'm like this. No, well, the podcast would tell you otherwise, but I love John Carpenter films. I really do. And especially the ones that I've watched and I've enjoyed, but I've only watched his best, other than this one, of course. Which I'm not saying that in that bad of a way, but I just really wouldn't have thought. And I guess that's because, didn't he do that New York one too? Was that him?
Escape from New York.
Yeah. Or who was that?
Yeah, it's John Carpenter.
That's right. Yeah. See, I didn't watch that, so I can't include that in my thought process of John Carpenter. So maybe I'm just looking at horror John Carpenter versus this, because I don't know, but it just, to me, it didn't give me what I thought John Carpenter would normally do.
I don't like Escape from New York.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
I do as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I maybe if I watched that, I would be like, oh yeah, that makes sense, because I've never watched like so action specific John Carpenter, I guess.
I can't think of many movies he made that I don't like, except for Big Trouble in Little China.
Nope.
Not a fan of that.
Yeah.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
I watched it and I just don't. I want to like this.
Yeah, I tried.
just don't get it.
Yeah, can't fuck with it. But I saw somewhere that originally he wanted Kurt Russell to play Piper's role,
Okay.
and I thought to myself, nah,
Nah.
not feeling it.
I don't think Russell would have done it as well.
So to me, okay, I like Kurt Russell.
I do too.
I love The Thing.
I do too.
I don't like him as McCready for whatever reason. I hate that character. And it could be just the way it was written.
Yeah.
It's probably not Kurt Russell, but when I think, if I see Kurt Russell and Keith David, I'm going to think The Thing again.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, good choice not using him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we all know he does like reusing. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Piper did a damn good job.
He did. I feel like.
That Rambo-esque character.
I think Piper was able to pull off that every man, like construction worker,
Yeah.
to where Kurt Russell is a little too charismatic
Yeah.
in like a goofy way.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah.
Roddy
That's a good
Piper
point.
is in
Yeah.
no way goofy.
No. He's to the point, and what's crazy is I didn't realize that we got the bubblegum line so early in this movie. I thought that was more like epic at the end. No, that shit's early on.
So for me, the first 30 minutes flies by super quick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Then when it hits like 35, 40 minutes, then it kind of like, it gets filled in better.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I didn't have that line like super early on.
Oh, yeah.
But it's far enough into where, okay, I'm still engaged in the movie. I can kind of follow what's happening
Yeah.
rather than him getting there, thinking something's weird with the church, that whole thing, and it happening super early. Because at first, like the flow of the movie is a little weird to me at first.
Yeah.
Because it happens so quick.
Yeah.
But once it slows down, I think you can get more into it.
Yeah. The one thing that I was thinking throughout this entire movie is he is one of the most believable characters in that first 30 minutes. Like every decision he makes and everything that he does makes sense in my head. I'm a very observant individual. I'm very nosy as well. So like everything that he's doing, once he starts seeing everything, kind of like snooping around and shit, like I get it. But then it's like I take myself out because I don't think I'm some badass Rambo guy that's gonna break out shotguns and start shooting people. But I do feel like that's a very relatable character throughout this entire. It's just like, yo, I'm down bad, but I'm also kind of nosy and I want to see what's going on. Like he's just just, it's not like that typical horror cliche, like, why are you doing this? Like, everything he's doing makes sense. It's not that far-fetched.
Really?
To me, yeah.
Okay.
My question that, and I had it in when I watched this film, was I wish we got a backstory of he had to have served in Nam, right?
He had to have been some kind of military at some
Because
point.
he switches into gunplay
That's what I'm saying.
faster than most human beings.
Anybody. Like, the motherfucker knows his way around a shotgun. He's shooting cops in the street like it ain't shit. He's definitely seen him some Viet Cong in his day and taking care of business.
So I think without that backstory, that would make his character, to me, kind of unrealistic.
Yeah, but
to me, Frank was the most realistic character.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work. I got family out of state. You're causing trouble. I want no fucking part of that. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
I'm a nice guy. I'll try to help you out, tell you where to go to get food and where you sleep at. Outside of that, we're good.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like, other than like when he goes Rambo, I don't know. I'm that like intuitive and like that wondering.
So you're walking to that church across the street.
Yeah.
Oh. Why?
I just told you. I wonder. Like, there's something weird going on over here. What's going
That
on?
has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, I'm bored. The fuck? I borrowed Homeboy's binoculars. I'm gonna figure this shit out.
Go work or something. I don't know.
No, I've got downtime. I'm trying to distract from the Nam flashbacks.
Just go to the public library and get on the computer.
There you go.
Yeah, no, I'm just telling you what I would do in those situations. I would be wandering around like him, like, what the fuck are these people doing over here? But what's crazy, like, if you're not paying attention to it, then yeah, you wouldn't think. But he's like honing in on it. For like that priest really caught his attention early on, and then he sees him again. He's like, hold on, something's up. And he's real fishy about the TV stuff. So like, he's a smart dude. And he goes and wanders. I get it.
He goes wanders, goes snooping around. Honestly, all this started, it got to that level because of him. Because if that lady in the store, if he didn't comment to her about her appearance,
Bitch, you ugly.
then we're good. Just acknowledge it and go about your day.
It's like he couldn't help it. He like knows that there's probably something crazy going on. He's like, nah, I gotta tell her how ugly she is. She was mean.
You don't have to broadcast it to everybody.
Just so egregious.
Acknowledge it, make a mental note. The glasses, do something for me. Okay. And leave the store.
Yeah. That's why I said only during that first little bit do I get it.
Okay.
After that, he just goes on this whole other
Just post in, he's a fucking lunatic.
fucking lunatic
on
dude.
the run.
Just killing cops, killing old people, bank tellers. You fucking name it. He's mowing them all down. And so, I don't understand the bubblegum line. Is there something that I didn't know from the 80s that makes that super iconic, or is it just because it's that random?
So with that line, Piper brought Carpenter a stack of wrestling promos that he had been working on.
Okay.
And that was in that stack. John Carpenter said there was a lot of shit in there that I would never use. But the bubblegum line intrigued him, and that was 100% Roddy Piper's like promo line.
Oh, okay. Okay, I had to know. I had to. Because I'm pretty sure we've asked it in trivia before. Like, that's something that we've definitely asked. And it's like an iconic part from this
Asking
movie.
what movie that quote's from.
What movie that quote's from. And I was like watching the movie this time, and I was like, he's never once chewed on a piece of bubble gum. I'm so lost. Like, what the fuck is going on here? And so I had to know. I'm happy you knew that. That's cool. At what point do you think, if you are going the Roddy or the, what's his name? Nada character, do you just stop? Do you just realize that this is not a battle worth being won?
From the beginning. But once I'm into it.
Yeah, like once you got the
do
glasses.
it like he does. You have to ride out to your dead.
You have to.
You're not going to win.
Yeah.
You got your boy Frank killed.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
That's the worst part of the movie.
You can't just, all right, I'm done. I'm just going to leave the state and, go somewhere
They had
else.
his shit on the news.
Also, when Homeboy tells him, hey, they control everything now.
Yeah.
Just conform. You're good.
Conform or die.
Relax. You're good.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself. Be like me.
Yeah.
I almost thought that I don't think Nada even thinks about the end result of this.
I really
He's
don't
just on
think
like
so
a
either.
warpath.
Yeah. He's like, I can kill these alien things. I'm going to do it. Bring down as many as I can. But he's not just killing them. He's killing anybody like associated with them. Because I don't think were all the security guards fucking lizard alien people?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're gonna say
Well,
yes.
from what his glasses show you, yes. But when he's just fucking
Mowing down shit.
he's
Yeah.
killing normal people too. There's no way he's not.
There's no way it's not.
I'm standing right next to him.
That shooting from the hip 80
Yeah.
shit, dude. It's just like fucking.
Pull it up. Let it rock.
Yeah, man, that shit's intense.
He does see the one cop who is a human,
Yeah,
and he leaves him alone.
Let's
So-
go. Well, he gives him the option, bro. You either let me be or you die too. That motherfucker's right there. Keep it moving.
Well, that's early on when he's not 100% lunatic yet.
Yeah. But I guess the sunglasses, he wore them for too long. Like started.
They say it fucks with your head.
It
or
fucks
whatever.
with your head. Yeah.
Yeah. I doubt that's the reason why, though. But
Clearly, they even said like the contacts are better. They don't cause as much interference, which is probably the brain scrambling effect. Because after that, they're just like rocking and rolling. Just alien here, normal person here, pop, 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 kill them all.
I would take the option to still wear sunglasses, though.
Yeah, I don't like
Just
contacts.
me.
They terrify the
I'm
fuck out
rocking
of me.
sunglasses still.
I can't wear contacts.
Yeah.
Couldn't pay me to put one in my eyeball.
I wear contacts.
Yeah, you're way braver than I am. I can't do it. Well, I got good eyesight, so I don't have to worry about it. But
Why don't you brag about it?
yeah,
Yeah.
I luckily don't have to make that decision right now because I would wear glasses for sure. I can't imagine having to put something in my eyeballs every day.
Yeah, I can't even take pills.
No, he can't.
Yeah. It's pretty stressful.
Like just like a normal swallow pill. He can't
So if you get a headache, you're just like, well, I'm gonna ride this thing out.
Exactly.
or some BC powder, I
Yeah.
guess.
I'm riding it out or I'm taking a nap. Either one.
All right, so I guess everybody knows what the fuck happens in this movie, but how does everybody feel about, post Homeboy's death and the end? That plays a big part on my movie enjoyment. How does everybody feel about the end of this movie? The reveal.
The fact they're just going to forever just interact with them.
I think we're still currently living in that world, yes.
Yeah.
You're just like, cool.
I mean, what are you going to do about it?
I said, how did you feel about the ending? Like,
How did I feel about just watching? It was fine. Yeah. I had no problem with it.
I think it makes sense. I really wished he would have thrown a grenade into the satellite.
Yeah.
It would have been a cooler effect. But besides that, it's good.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
What's the fucking point in this goddamn movie?
The point is for you guys to wake up and know what's going on. That's the point.
Yeah. But it
He was
still
trying to assist
doesn't
in that
matter at
process.
the end. You're going to
talking-
get got.
You're talking like a real consumer right now.
Yeah.
Well, we all agreed that that's who we would be. So I'm going to question this ending till the end of time, you fuckers. You can't just immediately turn it on me. Both of yous.
I mean, well, you also were fighting a losing battle in the very beginning anyway. So
Yeah.
either way, you're fucked.
I kind of wish he would have just conformed. No, I'm kidding. I actually like the way the movie ended.
Because I like them being able to, the scene where they see the guy at the bar sitting next to him.
Yes, and he's just like alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what the?
The
fuck?
newscast is also super funny
Yeah.
because like people you hear in the background, people are like screaming and they're just like, "What?
Whoa, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's happening?
So like, there was no. I knew there couldn't have been a happy ending. There's no winning this battle, which you guys made apparently clear. So it's not that I don't like the ending. I just wonder what the fucking point was in having this whole thing happen. That it's an undefeatable battle of consumerism.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty much
Okay,
it.
cool. That's all I was wondering. You ain't gotta put judgment on it, fuckers. Just saying.
No judgment.
Yeah,
Can I pose a question?
absolutely. That's the whole point.
What is the deal? I don't know the guy's name. He looks like Meatloaf. The guy who's like over the sunglass creation.
Yeah.
How did he become
Yeah.
the guy?
Where's that backstory?
That's a very good question, actually.
How did he go, you know what? This is what's happening.
Yeah. Also, if he wasn't acting so suspicious,
Everything would be fine.
we'd be fine.
Yeah.
You want to grab people, escort them across the street. You look like a fucking villain from Scooby Doo,
Yeah.
sneaking around everywhere. Dude, now I'm gonna watch you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. So also, when they got to, I guess, the hideout,
Yeah. Oh, here he goes. Here he goes.
and they're there, and he's talking to the guy, I think, about the sunglasses.
Yeah.
and he says he's working on something like better or easier. Who the fuck is that guy? You're just some rando.
Yeah.
Who can create contact, that can see different things. Everyone who knew about what was going on besides the old guy with the beard, he made sense to me. He seemed like a fucking whack job.
Yeah.
He definitely knew what's going on.
Dude, there's a lot about this movie that's just like,
He was sitting at home. He had notes.
here it is.
He probably told Meatloaf. Yeah, that guy did look very similar to Meatloaf. Now I
It
think
might have
about
been
it.
Meatloaf. Was
I
it not?
found this out.
It wasn't Meatloaf, but it looked very similar to
Okay.
him, though.
He played Meatloaf's dad in a Meatloaf music video.
Jesus.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's that's very interesting. Right
Yeah.
there.
Wait, did he die?
Yeah.
Meatloaf?
Yeah.
Meatloaf's, yeah.
No,
Meatloaf's
the
dead.
kind of the movie Little Meatloaf. No, sorry. Not the real Meatloaf.
Oh, yeah. I think did he die in the shootout scene?
Probably they all died.
A lot of people died in that scene.
I like the couple who was there.
The
Earlier
ones that
on.
were giving out food?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a great couple.
I feel bad for them.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, how are they shooting? I guess that makes sense. They killed the wife, missed Mike Fox's character, and then hit the husband.
Plot armor.
Damn.
If we know anything about
These are two
movies,
innocent, good people helping people out.
yeah, it's literally she's right between it's like papa dead,
Boom.
papa dead.
Boom.
But if you look at them, they're just one of the funniest things that I remember from this shit is like when Roddy's going through the hallways and it's like the main shootouts, it just cuts to the muzzle, just like flashing instead of showing him shooting anymore.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like that whole sequence of them trying to get to the stairs. Whenever he's like laying it down, it just cuts to that. It's like, and then people just drop in the background. I'm like, damn, the budget on this had to have been $5
I also love how when they're running through the building, he grabs the lady holding the coffee pot. That's how calm she is.
Yeah.
Do you know so-and-so? She's like,
No.
do I?
Actually, Let me think
No.
about it for a second.
I don't think I do.
Oh, yeah. And then he asked the lady at the desk where the roof is, and she's like, oh, it's down this hall to the right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just bang a left, bang a right. You'll find a stairwell or an elevator.
You're good to go.
Take it easy.
Oh, also in that scene as well, the devices they're using from Ghostbusters.
That
God
was the
damn it.
Ghostbusters.
I was
Yeah.
going to say that, but you beat me to it, you bastard. Yeah, it's literally the fucking, what's it called?
I have one at home. I forgot to bring it, but I don't know what it's called.
He should have brought it.
I know.
Damn.
I forgot.
Well, along with your $5 proton pack.
First of all, it was $10. Thank you very much.
Pretty good deal.
I'm just pissed because I spent $200 on one and he didn't for our costumes last Halloween. Yeah. Well, is there anything that I'm missing? Obviously, I'll start with you and then I'll go to Jake. What points, what information do you have about this movie? Because, obviously we talked about the whole fucking thing. So what did we miss?
I was very confused on the encampment.
Yeah.
Is it a homeless encampment
It's like a tent farm.
tent farm?
Whatever those things are called. And it's like Skid Row. Isn't that what it's called in LA? Where it's like a bunch of homeless people living in tents still to like this day.
So I was confused about that too. So I did some research.
What?
Yeah, that's research.
We don't do that here.
Well, I want to know.
Go ahead. What is it?
So I guess that was a common thing at that time.
Yeah.
People who worked in like construction and that kind of stuff who were homeless.
Yeah. So it's like a Skid Row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is super strange to me that people are working this hard and they had nowhere to live at.
Consumerism at its finest, buddy.
Damn.
It shows that the hardworking people will never matter and the people that just conform will make it.
But it wasn't everyone though. 'Cause I'm sure some of them were just homeless.
Yeah, there were definitely just some
But
bums.
like Frank worked, and I think he lived there too.
Yeah. Oh, he did. But
Yeah.
maybe he had like one of the structures. Maybe he wasn't one of the tent dwellers. Some people have
Tent
like
dwellers?
buses.
Damn. Not the fucking tent
Not
scum
those
out
fucking
there.
tent scum. Motherfuckers that don't work. They ain't even sweeping up the dirt. They're just sleeping in their tents. It's funny, if you go through that scene of that bulldozer rolling through there are like so many extras that look like their lives are legit in danger trying to escape out of the back of like buses and buildings. Like, I don't think they were told that this is what's going to happen. Because there was one scene where like a lady's in like a bus and she like pops up and is just like, holy fucking shit. And I'm like, that's the best acting I've ever seen. Like, that's great. I feel like they just rolled a bulldozer through some tents and people were like, it might be there, it might not. Action.
I do love how they use that city and look like the surrounding cities.
Yeah.
All of their police staff to take care of this church.
Yeah, it's fucking army worth of police.
Police cars.
You got bulldozers.
People running on foot.
Riot shields.
I love
The funny thing about this movie is there are so many times where it's like you'll see like cop car, then like 12 of them just just running down the street with their gear on. You're just like, those are definitely not the alien guys. Those are the humans
those are
that
human
were
cops.
made to do this because the alien guys are hauling ass in the cruisers. All right, that was good. What else? Did we miss anything from you, Jake?
No.
All right. So,
Well, hold on.
oh shit.
No, I got nothing.
All right. So, there's no kills in this movie, really. So, we don't have to do favorite kills.
Well, we should have got one, but yeah.
We should have gotten one, but we didn't. So, we'll start with you, Hootie, then we'll go to Jake, and then myself. On a scale from 1 to 10, what do you rate They Live?
I'm going to go with a solid 8.
Oh, God damn, that's a high score. All right. Jake, where are you at?
8 as well, actually. Yeah.
Just always agree with the guests.
No,
always.
no.
I'm pretty sure if we go back.
No,
it's like
that's
a
just
three.
what I call a perfect rating.
It's not a
If
perfect.
there was an effect to go off, it would right now. Yeah.
Well, we ain't got that kind of budget like this movie. I'm going to go 6.5. Great score. Yeah. Do you disagree with my rating?
If there was a graphic for the opposite of what I said.
Shit starts falling on my
Yeah.
head. Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I'll watch it again. Maybe it's a little bit closer to a 7. But I just, that's what I felt when I watched it, and that's what I'm going to stick with.
Is this your least favorite Carpenter film?
So far, yes.
Okay, good.
So far, out of the ones that I've watched, yes, this is my least favorite. You need to think. I got Halloween, I got The Thing, and I got The Fog.
You have not made it to Ghost of Mars yet.
I have not, no.
Okay.
So the one thing you'll realize about me, it's funny because my barber actually said this the other day when I was getting my hair cut. He was he's my new barber. So like he's obviously we kind of both knew we knew horror. We bumped into each other at last year's Tidewater Horror Convention, but he was like nervous to like ask me about stuff because he thinks that I'm just like this overly educated horror fan. I'm fucking not. I love horror and I watch things that either people say or I see. So I don't have this like arsenal of fucking movies from all these different people at my ready like it seems like you two do. I just don't. So there's a lot of movies I've never fucking seen before. And I have to just be honest. I'm never going to lie to you guys.
Okay. That's cool.
Damn, dude.
What?
That was kind of fucked up.
I was accepting of you.
That didn't sound very accepting.
It
Because
was-
even he looked over like, oh, shit, what's he about
No,
to say?
I said okay. Like, you know something? I support you. That was the okay I gave
You have to support me.
Have
I'm
to, but-
your best fucking friend.
I watched so many horror films as a kid because I'm from a small town of like 1,000 people. So what else were we going to do?
Yeah. I didn't get into horror till I was damn near 12.
I think I was like 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with them.
Pretty young, yeah.
Yeah.
Who the question for you?
There we go.
Horrible film school. Is that a play on the word horrible?
Yes, it is. And we're 3 bulls, I guess. So yeah, boom.
Damn. So we'll
Yeah.
be completely honest with you here.
Yeah.
We had said your podcast name out loud, never picked up on it being horrible film
Not
school.
one fucking
Not once.
time.
Then we go to the bar and we're like, guys, guess what? We're going to have this podcast on next week. They're like, oh, what do they call it? We're like, Horror Bull Film School. And they're like, oh, like horrible? And we're like,
What?
huh? Wait, fuck, we're dumb. This is true. This happened like 2 weeks ago, dude. We literally could not.
It did, yeah.
Because like even when we did trivia and you were there, like I read it, but it never connected. I was just like, what the fuck is this bull thing? Like I think maybe they're like cowboys. I don't fucking know. But yeah, horrible film school. It's way smarter than J Squared. I'll tell you that.
I try to enunciate the bull whenever I say the title.
Yeah, yeah.
Sticks.
Horrible film school. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, we literally just right over both of our heads.
Yeah.
And okay, well, at our podcast, we give letter grades.
Okay.
That's what.
Okay, well, shit. Out of like what? All of the letters?
No, like a school, like a
Oh,
school paper.
A through E?
Hold
What the
on.
hell's an E?
Hold on.
E is failing.
Oh, F's failing.
Oh, F. Oh,
Hold,
shit.
hold on.
Uh-oh. We've already failed.
Yeah.
Did
I'm
you ask
fucking up right now.
all of the letters?
I might have had a moment.
Give
I
this
might have
film
had
a Y.
I might have had a
I'm
moment.
gonna give it a Z.
Yeah. Like how big is your fucking scale here? I did not like your name. I did not pick up on what you put. All right, so in honor of your podcast and what you guys do, we'll start with Jake, myself, and then you. We'll give it an A through F.
B+.
It's a B+.
Yeah, C for me. Yeah. I feel like that matches our number rating pretty well, though. Yeah. But that's awesome, man. That's a really cool. I wish we would have thought of that. That's cool. Yeah. Everybody says numbers.
True.
And my ass would have been over here like, why? Like, what, Josh? What's your rating? I'm feeling a W this week. I just wonder why. I don't. Oh man. So, what do you guys have anything that you guys are working on right now, or doing, or episodes coming out?
We just dropped an episode on My Bloody Valentine.
Nice.
That came out last Friday.
Nice.
And this Friday we're going to come out with The Descent.
Oh, we covered that. That's a
yeah.
good fucking movie.
I mean that film holds up.
That movie
It
does
does hold
not. It does not fall apart during the test of time
Yeah.
like a lot of these, man.
That's very
That's
good.
awesome. Did you hear the news that they're going to actually revamp My Bloody?
I did.
Yeah.
I put it on our Instagram page. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
I hope it's done well.
Yeah. I hope it's done well too.
Hope it's done well.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why you're excited.
Okay. I watched the 2009 version.
Okay.
Hated every minute of it. I never watched the original until our show.
Uh-huh.
And I loved it.
Yeah. The original is way so much fucking
Now,
better.
there
than
are
that
multiple versions, which we cover on the show, which was pretty funny. I
Yeah.
watched the original cut where all the death scenes are cut out.
remake. Oh no shit.
And then there's an unrated version where you get all these badass kill scenes. And so that was a good part of the show.
I remember I did watch, you had like a trailer episode on video on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I watched it. It was pretty good.
Yeah. So hey, you guys already know where it will be on Thursday, but definitely check it out on Friday. The Horror Bull Film School.
I didn't have a cut without any kills though.
Well, he found it and he watched it.
I mean, the kills were there. Say, like, he shoves a pick to a guy's face. All you get is the pick swinging and a cut.
Oh,
Oh wow.
damn.
They were literally talking about stuff, and I was like, what are you two talking about?
That's the worst.
That
It was
is
awful.
gross.
Yeah, that's the worst. Me and Jake came close one time. Actually, Malignant. Before we started the podcast, I had watched the newer one at the time, and Jake had put on some other shit. And I was like, "Hey, what do you think of Malignant?" He's like, "What's with those kids?" And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about, dude?" And he was like, "Oh, I got through like an hour of this one," and I was like, "I couldn't do it." And I was like, "Dude, I'm talking about the bitch with the head and shit. Like,
Yeah.
what was that?"
This is a different movie also called Malignant.
Yeah. So that shit does happen sometimes. I've never watched a different cut though. That would be crazy. Like you're watching the same movie, but somebody else's version has so much more. You're just sitting there like,
I was literally getting explained the movie.
oh, that sucks. Oh man. Yeah, dude, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This
Thank you
was
for coming out.
awesome.
I'm
You have a good
glad,
time?
yeah.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Would you do it again?
Of course, yeah.
Yes, I got another one. You guys heard it here. People do like us, and they're saying it live and in person. Yeah. So please support them. It's crazy. We live 15 minutes from each other, and there are 2 horror podcasts existing and getting along in the horror world here in Chesapeake, Virginia. So we're super excited about that. So support them, support us. Go like and subscribe to all their stuff. Go like and subscribe to all our stuff. It's button clicking, guys, but you guys don't realize how important and how much that does for us as far as getting in front of other people and just content sharing, man. It's huge. Let's see. What are we doing? Oh, we potentially, I think we have, do we have somebody else coming on next week?
We do.
Go ahead. Tell the fans.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you. That's Peter Anthony will be on next week.
Talking about?
I Am Legend.
Yes. Well, originally we were going to do a whole month of zombies, but then some shit changed, and it's his favorite, one of his favorite movies.
So we're sticking with I Am Legend.
We're sticking with it. Peter Anthony is a director and an actor, and we're super excited to have him on. So you guys keep your ears and eyes peeled for that. Let's see. Tidewater Horror Convention Contest. If you listen to our special episode, you'll hear some cool stuff about that. We're not going to tell you anything else this week. A humongous shout out to all of our main supporters. Jeff Balance, who does our design work. Anything you see on our social medias, on In Between Us on YouTube, or on our clothing that is J Squared Horror is all done by Jeff Balance. A humongous shout out to Lucky Riggs. He does our intro and our outro music. It's great. Fits our podcast well. We love you, Lucky, for that. A humongous shout out to Jake for being the world's greatest co-host a guy could ask for. Jake, thank you for coming on the show and doing it every week.
You're welcome.
Jake, is there anything you want to add before we sign off here tonight?
No, there is not.
And also another huge shout out to Horror Bull Film School for coming on the podcast and being super cool. And thank you so much, man. It was a pleasure.
This was awesome.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the J Squared Horror Podcast. My name's Josh.
And I'm Jake.
This was Hootie. You guys have a great week. And remember, it's hip to be squared.